Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through some of my favorite DIYs for Thanksgiving. These are going to be quick and easy, and I'm also going to be taking you through some of Dollar Tree's best Thanksgiving items. You can really elevate your tablescape with just some items from Dollar Tree. My local one just got a new shipment in, but you gotta act fast if you want to pick up some of these items because they do sell out super quickly. Some of the DIYs I'm going to be sharing though are items that you can find all year long, so hopefully that will be helpful as well. But before we get started, if you are new here, I would love for you to join us by subscribing down below. So this first DIY is really easy, but it just has such a beautiful harvest look to it. So I'm starting off with two glass vases from the Dollar Tree. You can find these in their floral department. And then I'm also going to be using one of these bags of popcorn kernels. So these are just plain unpopped popcorn kernels, and you can find this by the microwave popcorn in the food department of the Dollar Tree. So both of these items are items that Dollar Tree has, I think, year round, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to locate them. And all I'm going to do is just cut the corner of the bag and just split this bag of kernels in between these two vases. And now I'm just going to take a flameless candle and add that right on top of the corn kernels. So this is just one that I already had on hand. Feel free to use what you already have or whatever one you like. Dollar Tree does actually sell flameless candles now, and they look pretty cool. I have not tried them yet, but I'm very tempted. So next time I'm at Dollar Tree, I will have to pick some up and report back to you guys on how I like them. And now I'm just going to be adding a little raffia bow. So this is actually some raffia from their Christmas decorations this year, but I think that they usually have raffia in their crafter square as well, or usually you can pick it up at any craft section of any store. So I just went ahead and wrapped it in a bow right towards the bottom, and that is it. I think that these look so festive, and trust me, they are going to look beautiful on your tablescape. I'm tempted to make a few more for Thanksgiving because I just think they look so fun, and they are just such a quick and easy DIY. This next DIY is definitely a showstopper, so I'm going to be using 4 frames from the Dollar Tree in their gold finish. And then I'm also going to be using an assortment of faux floral. So I picked these up at Dollar Tree. They actually came from a larger bundle, and I just snipped off one piece. We don't need a lot for this DIY. And I'm going to go ahead and spray paint all of my faux floral in this gold spray paint. So I just want to keep everything really uniform looking, and it's going to match that gold frame really well. So the foam berries here did get a little funny when I spray painted them, but it's okay. I think it just gives them some more texture. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove everything except the frame. So that's all I'm going to need from there. And then I also picked up one of the foam boards from Dollar Tree and just cut it to size so it would fit into that frame. I did not have any of the white foam board from Dollar Tree. If you can find the white foam board, you can skip this step that I had to do here. So since I didn't have white, I just cut a piece of white cardstock out to lay in there, and then I just put the black foam board on top. But if I could have found the white foam board, I would have been able to skip that other step of adding the white cardstock. So now I just close the back little pins, and now it is ready for our gold leaves. So all you have to do to attach it is just add some hot glue. So for the 2 smaller frames, I'm just going to go with the single leaf, and then for the larger ones, I'm going to go with my larger branches. So here is how they looked after I just hot glued them in place, and that was it. This is definitely a really quick and easy DIY, but it makes such a beautiful statement. I am planning on laying mine out just like this on my buffet table here for Thanksgiving, but these would look really pretty hung up on a wall as well. And you can even just use some Velcro command strips, that way you do not damage your wall when you want to take them down. So now I just want to take a minute to talk about some of the beautiful servingware from Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree is kind of known for their plates and their chargers because they're so beautiful for just $1. So this plate is new this year. I just thought the print was so beautiful. So I picked some up for Thanksgiving. These are microwave and dishwasher safe, which to me is important because I do love my dishwasher. And while I was picking up the plates, I noticed these cocktail napkins. I thought that they were just really pretty, and they actually had a full line of sunflower themed items. So I also picked up the larger napkins to go with that. These are always great to have on hand. Even if you have fabric napkins, The disposable ones are always great to have for Thanksgiving, just for cookies and treats. And then I saw this platter and I thought that this was just so nice for $1. It is just plastic, but it is very sturdy, and it just had this beautiful print of the sunflower that matches the napkin. So you can definitely use this for your turkey to display it on, or just some cookies and cupcakes, or just some hors d'oeuvres. I thought that this would look really fun with some appetizers on it, and you can have the napkins to go with it. I also picked up some of these felt leaves from Dollar Tree. They also had an owl print, which was very cute, but I thought that the leaf would work perfect underneath my charger, and it kind of went with the plate and just matched really well. But another option, if you don't want to put it underneath the charger, is just to display these in between your place settings on your table, and it just really adds something special to the display. And you guys know I love to include free printables whenever I can, so I included 2 free printables for this video. You can find these on my blog. I will leave the link down below for them. So I have some place cards for you, as well as these little grateful circles. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those next. But first, I just wanted to show you the name cards. I mean, they're super self-explanatory. You just have to write your name, of course. I just used this gold color Sharpie to write out some names. So I was just testing it, playing with it, and you can kind of just write them out plain or get a little fancy with it. So I just have my husband's name and my name here. And then of course you just have to cut them out and fold them in half, and it just makes for a really quick and easy place setting card. So for these grateful circles, I'm just going to start off by just cutting out my circle, and then I'm just going to use a hole punch just to create a little hole on the top there. And then I'm going to be using some twine from the Dollar Tree. You can just find that in their Crafter Square section. And what I'm going to do is cut a nice long piece of that twine, and I'm going to put it right through my grateful circle, and I'm just going to be wrapping my twine around my cloth napkin. So this cloth napkin was one I already had. I do believe it is from Michael's. So I'm just going to go ahead and tie it into a little bow here, and I think it definitely goes with the whole theme. So I kind of wanted those warm oranges and golds, and then also a bit of a harvest theme. So I feel the rustic twine really helps tie that together. So here is how I'm planning on doing my place setting for Thanksgiving, and I just think it's pretty simple but really beautiful as well. I love this next DIY. So I'm starting off with this glass pumpkin vase from the Dollar Tree. They also had it in a really pretty orange colored glass as well. I just went with the clear one, and I'm going to be using this faux floral that I picked up from the Dollar Tree as well. This was actually the one that I used for my earlier craft where I had just snipped off a piece of the leaves, that one right there. But I'm going to be using the rest of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up that pumpkin vase with another bag of those unpopped popcorn kernels. And just like before, I went ahead and spray painted my faux floral with that gold spray paint just to keep everything matching nicely with our theme here. And now I'm just going to be inserting that into the center of our vase. So you could stop here, but if you wanted to just cover up the open grooves there on the top of the vase, you can just use some ribbon. So I picked up this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I was shocked when I unraveled it because it is just so pretty, and it goes with the theme so well with the gold florals. But I was just so shocked how pretty it was. So I just went ahead and cut a nice long piece and then just tied it into a bow around the top of the vase. This ribbon though would also be beautiful if you wanted to run it long ways down your table, almost like a runner, or you could even layer it on top of an existing runner if you just wanted to add some extra harvest flair to it. So here is the DIY all done, really simple and easy, and this matches so well with the corn kernel candle holders that we made earlier. I think that they just look really cute set out on a table together. Next up is another must-have item from the Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree has the cutest salt and pepper shakers, and I think that these are definitely a must-have for Thanksgiving. So for only $1, you get both. So I thought that it would be a really fun idea to just pick up a couple in their different patterns. So they had the owls and the squirrels. They might have had a third one, I can't remember. But I just thought for $1, it would be nice to get a couple sets That way you can kind of just lay them across your table. That way if you have company for Thanksgiving, you don't have to worry about who has the salt and who has the pepper. If you have a few of them just kind of throughout the table, everyone will have them within arm's reach. And of course, they are just so cute. So they kind of just act as little ornaments for your table as well, which is always a plus. And now we have another really quick DIY. So I picked up this sign from the Dollar Tree. It has a little football up top that says welcome and these 3 pumpkins, but I was just really drawn to these pumpkins. I thought that they were so cute. So on the back here you can see there's just some ribbon and some staples, but it pops out really easily. So I just went ahead and removed them from that ribbon and made sure that the staples were out. And now I'm left with these 3 pumpkins. One idea for these would be to use them as coasters on your Thanksgiving Day table. You can even Mod Podge them with some waterproof Mod Podge if you wanted to seal them, but I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm using 3 of these wood blocks from the Dollar Tree. They come in the Tumbling Tower game. And I'm just going to be using some hot glue on the back and then just hot gluing them on a bit of a diagonal. That way they can be self-standing. So here they are once they were all hot glued with that block on the back. And my idea for these was just to use them as decoration. So I'm planning on just scattering them throughout my buffet table, just alongside some of the food I'll be serving. I thought that they just looked so cute. These would actually look really cute on a dessert table as well, maybe next to some pumpkin pie. And for our last DIY, we have another quick and easy one. So I picked up these little glass cups in the candle department of the Dollar Tree. You get all 4 for $1. And I also picked up some candy corn from Dollar Tree. So next you're just going to need a tray. I already had this one on hand. You can see this is like an old candle tray. It actually has some old wax on it. It's a little bit beat up, but it works perfect for this DIY. Dollar Tree does sell trays in this same size, but they are plastic. And I believe they have gold and silver. So the gold would actually work really well for this DIY, but I was just using what I already had. So I just laid out the candy corn, put the 4 cups on there, filled them with some tea lights, and that is it. It's just a really simple little candle display, but it looks really pretty on a table. These DIYs were so fun to create for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed them and just found something useful from them. So here is everything kind of laid out together, and I just love the way it looks. But if you wanted to pick up some of these Thanksgiving items, be sure to head out to your Dollar Tree now, because unfortunately some of them do sell out very quickly. But I did try to incorporate just some ideas that you could hopefully find the items for, like the glass vases with the popcorn kernels. Usually those are year-round items, so fingers crossed you will be able to find some of these supplies. But thank you guys so much for watching. I am so thankful for all of you this year. It really means the world to me that you guys take the time to watch my videos and come back every week. So thank you so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving!